Right, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make a full track using a pad sample. It's easier than you think. So let's bring Shaper MIDI. This is a MIDI effect into an empty MIDI track, just like that. And now let's go in and look for a sample, a pad sample, like this one here. So we'll just drag that in. And when you drag that into a MIDI track, it automatically creates an instance of Simpler and puts it in there. Let's just take a listen to how that sounds. So it's using this Shaper MIDI to shape the sample. And by the way, I've put in a MIDI note throughout the entire selection there, so it's going to be triggered by using that MIDI note. So what we want to do now is go into the multiple inputs and mapping button, and we'll just click on map. We're going to map the start position of this loop, and then we're going to click on loop in the Shaper MIDI so it's constantly looping. And we're just going to look at the shape again. You can see what's happening here. So you can see that happening there. And the other thing you could do is you can make it a bit faster if you want, but we'll just go by the default. Now we can map the length position. So that's also now being mapped. You just want to make sure loop is clicked. Now let's map the frequency filter. So if we want now, we can make that a bit faster. Let's just listen to that with a beat. Now what's really cool now is we can change the start and, the amount of the filter frequency by changing the start and end position. So we can start a bit later. We can start the beginning a bit later, and that will just change how it sounds. So just changing the position of where this is played through the sample can really make a big difference. And even changing the rate can really make a big difference. And changing the depth makes a difference as well. Just reducing the depth makes it a bit sort of cleaner. Now let's map the resonance. Now let's go and search for more pad samples. So what we can do now is we can just swap the samples. So we can just go back in and we'll keep the Shaper MIDI settings. Not all of them are going to work. Try another one. So I hope that was useful. If you like to see content like this, please subscribe because I'm planning to do quite a bit more.